Welcome back to the Budget Gamer channel, where we bring you in-depth coverage of the latest or at least cheapest indie games on the market. Have you ever wondered what it'd be like to combine a couple of your favorite classic games? For me, I was always a fan of Mario 64 and a fan of Mario Kart. And one of my favorite ideas and biggest dreams is that you could unlock one of the karts from Mario Kart to play through the Mario 64 world. And though it's definitely not a Mario-based theme, I just found an indie that attempts to do exactly that. But without further ado, let's get into the review of CarQuest. CarQuest is definitely a unique indie game, and as I said before, it follows the same dynamics of an open-world puzzle RPG, but where you're playing through a very well-grounded kart dynamic. You, as the main protagonist of the game, are in fact a little blue car who's been brought to the mystical land of Blocktaria by the Block Lord himself. However, neither one of you really seems to know what's going on, so as you navigate your way through this Blocktastic world, uncovering artifact after artifact, like any good puzzle platformer, the story begins to unfold. The long and short of it being that some sort of electromagnetic pulse had nearly wiped out the entire world of Blocktaria. However, the King of Blocktaria managed to encapsulate facets of the Block world as well as his own memories into artifacts that are now spread all throughout the land. And as you manage to get a better handle on the driving controls, you'll be able to navigate the three-dimensional world of Blocktaria, opening up more and more of the map with every artifact you find. However, being an electronic world, in addition to the artifacts, in order to restore the kingdom, you'll be required to collect batteries. These batteries are scattered all throughout Blocktaria and will be required to open gates to new worlds. Each world requires its own amount of batteries to open the gate, anywhere from 10 to upwards of 300. So continuing to collect as many as you can as you navigate your way back and forth through the map will be a huge benefit. However, spending them to unlock these gates isn't the only way to deplete your resources. If you don't manage to squeeze your way around a tricky corner and end up falling off of the edge of an area, up to 25 batteries at a time can be stripped from your inventory. So getting a firm handle on the game's karting mechanics does become imperative if you want to beat the game quickly. And though all of this novel innovation for a unique karting puzzle platformer is really innovative and a lot of fun at first, there are some negative points to address. One of them being the overall purpose of the game. The story never really gets more in-depth than trying to restore Blocktaria through collecting artifacts. Though if you are in it for the puzzles, that's probably really not that big of a negative. And the other, aside from the constant puns and dad jokes made by the Block Lord as you make your way through each puzzle, is the puzzles themselves. Logic really isn't a huge part of CarQuest. More of the game dynamic for the puzzles is figuring out how you can manipulate a cart through a three-dimensional world in order to get to certain objective points. And while there are a slew of really unique worlds to navigate through that constantly keep this refreshed, the main world area's puzzles generally consist of shuttling yourself back and forth through opposite ends of the map as you attempt to expand the Block Lord's territory. And while this isn't necessarily a bad thing, it does just seem to drag on and waste time. Going to the far end of the map to find a new artifact, only to unlock an area on the opposite side of the map, to find a second artifact, to unlock a blocked passage, at again the opposite side of the map. And it's due to this that it quickly becomes obvious how the game could possibly boast 8 hours of gameplay. But despite those couple of negative points that may cause the game to seem as though it's taking a little more time than it really has to, it really is pretty entertaining. So again, if you like the idea of unique genre fusions, such as a kart-based puzzle platformer, or if you think you might be up for the challenge of navigating through a fully three-dimensional world with no attacks, no special abilities, or anything you'd typically get in a three-dimensional platformer, you'll probably find this one pretty entertaining. Well anyway, that about wraps up the review of CarQuest. So if you enjoyed the review or found it helpful, feel free to throw me a like or a comment to show your support. And don't forget to click that little bell icon when you subscribe to stay updated with the latest content. New and unique indies are coming out nearly every day, so there's always going to be something new to find right here. But anyway, this has been Budget Gamer, so as always, thanks for watching.